space. Awesome. And then we'll meet in whatever seat is your jam. I don't know if you guys can see, like, there's coffee all over. I tried to wipe it up. If I have a wet butt later when I get up, we're family here. It's all good. Finding your seat from wherever you are, we're going to scoot down towards the edge of it. So feeling the sits bones, those little bony protrusions, maybe catch on the edge of the seat. You might feel the belly rock gently forward. This is a tilting of the pelvis, right? This helps align the low vertebra of the back. So all we're doing is finding our seat, a strong, secure foundation. We want to feel the pads of our feet press down into the earth. You might take some time to just really feel the pads of those feet connect. And then on an inhale, we're going to send the breath up through the top of the head, bringing length to the body. Exhale, melt those shoulders from the ears. Let's do that once or twice more. Inhale, find that length. Exhale, melt the shoulders. Again, inhale, find the length. As you do, press gently down to the pads of the feet. Exhale, release the shoulders. Wonderful. We're going to continue these deep body breaths, but we're going to take our thumb. I'll remove my glasses here. I can't super see y'all, but I think we'll be okay. The pad of our thumb, we're going to take to our third eye center, just like this. So pressing the pad of your thumb against the third eye, you'll gently begin to press the forehead into your thumb. So finding something that's comfortable, you might instead do a knuckle, I do like the back of my thumb. So we are just trying to find pressure at that third eye, in between the eyebrows. And then as you find it, relax through the jaw, the tongue, and the throat. Take a deep breath into the belly. Feel those muscles soften. We're simply activating the muscles along the back of the neck that are allowing us to press forward into the thumb. And whatever muscles we're using in our arm to hold that thumb firmly against the third eye. We relax the shoulders as much as the body allows as we continue to take these soft, deep breaths into the belly and the heart. You might allow your eyes to close here and then release when you're ready. Our next pressure point is directly here between the eyes. I'm going to get up closer, you can see. So right here where the eyes meet, right here, these little points, we press either the tips of our fingertips in towards each other or our knuckles in towards each other. This looks freaky because I have my lead press-on nails, y'all. So we'll press the knuckles or fingertips in towards each other. Once more, relaxing the jaw and the tongue. Softening through the belly. And as you press here, this can be a really sensory place, right? This might bring some intensity of sensation between the eyes. Pressure points tend to do that. We continue to breathe softness into the belly, into the shoulders, into the jaw. You might imagine with each deep inhale, you're collecting all of the residual stress in your body, all that stuff that hangs around. And on your exhale, you're releasing it from your mouth or nose as the body softens and relaxes. So inhale, collecting all of that stretch. We're getting into the deepest crevices of our muscles. And then exhale, let it all go. A few more times, breathing in deep and just imagining that stress melting away. When you're ready, releasing those pressure points, you might take a moment and just feel sensation. Do you feel lighter? Do you feel more awake? Do you feel less stressed? Maybe you feel achy or more tense. There are no wrong answers. We're just here to explore. From here, we're going to warm up the neck a little more by simply dropping it down, our gaze down towards the floor. We're feeling the vertebra along the back of the neck lengthen here as we drop the gaze. And if you're feeling extra tight through the spine, through the low back, the neck, and the shoulders, you might lean forward just a little bit to allow the forehead to hang even heavier, helping find the stretch along the back of the neck. So as you soften your jaw, and you might close your eyes here, allow your mind to notice the sensation of the vertebra along the back of the neck stretching, or those muscles along the back of the neck stretching. And then keeping the head weighted, you're going to roll your left ear down towards the floor. As far as you can reach that left ear, the right ear almost reaching skyward while the top of the head, right, still hangs heavy. And then turn the gaze back to neutral and then over onto the other side. So we're taking this stretch as we gaze on over to our left. Our right ear pointed down at the floor. You might feel this stretch all along the back right side of the neck. We're just taking this stretch all around. We'll bring our gaze back down to neutral and then lift the head upright. On an inhale of your choice, chin presses skyward, belly draws forward. Breathe in deep to the belly, really pressing the chin skyward. You hear me talking about this all the time. We are stretching those platysma muscles along the front of the throat, all of the fascia here, which opens up the chest, heart, belly, all the way down to our tailbone. Our body is connected, y'all. So feeling this stretch along the front of the throat as you press the chin skyward, just like we once felt along the back of the neck. Here we are along the front of the neck. And then keeping that chin pressed skyward, right? This upward pressure, we're going to roll our left ear towards our left shoulder. And you might feel more like instead of your chin, it's the right side of your jawline pressing skyward. If you're looking for some sensory feedback, it can help to take the fingertips of your right hand along that jawline and just press it up towards the ceiling, just like your chin once was. This is a beautiful shoulder and neck stretch, a tension relief for the whole head if you struggle with headaches. Roll the chin back upright and then drop your gaze down. Give yourself a break for a moment. If this is a lot for the face or the jaw, you might find a little stretch by saying, ee-ow. This is face yoga, y'all. Ee-ow. And you don't have to make the noise, but it can be very therapeutic. Ee-ow. When we're just exploring the full range of the motion of the mouth. Yeah. And you can do this at any point in our neck stretches as well. When you're ready, inhale, lift the chin skyward, find that pressure, the length and the stretch along the front of the throat. Keeping this upward rising through the chin, let the right ear fall towards the right shoulder. Maybe those left fingertips find the left jawline and invite that tension up towards the sky. Maybe not. Do what feels good to you. Maybe you relax those shoulders away from the ears as you continue to find this stretch and length. And then we're going to roll our chin back skyward and let it on down. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Moving on to the lateral portion of the neck, so the left and right side, now that we've really warmed up the whole front and the back. On an inhale, we're going to sweep our right arm up and overhead. Y'all know this one. As you exhale, right ear lowers to that right shoulder. So we want to keep the length that we've found each time we inhale, and you might do that following the bend along the spine here as you inhale that length through the top of the head. And then on an exhale, once more, the shoulders melt from the ears, and you might invite that right ear to sink a little further down. This is a big stress reliever, one of the biggest, right? We're deeply stimulating all of our vagal nerves, but specifically the vagal brake here. And we can take this stimulation a bit further by keeping our face still, keeping the stretch all along the left side of the neck, but turning our gaze skyward. And you're finding a fixed point that activates the muscles around the eye. So you might find a fixed point just above you. You might end up gazing above and a little bit behind you to really get the muscles of the eyes engaged. This just pulls and stretches the other end of those nerves, giving us an even greater stimulation. So while you hang out here, deep breath into the belly. We're relaxing that jaw. The tongue continues to find ease here, blinking as often as we need, finding that fixed point. And the beauty of this vagal break stretch is you can hang out here for 30 seconds or so, and that's about the sweet spot. But you can get a really deep, deep release by hanging out here for a minute or so. So in your own time, you might find this when you are feeling extra stressed out, overstimulated, when you can't find yourself in your body because the world is too loud, your brain is too loud. This is it. One more deep breath into the belly. As you exhale, close your eyes, release your hand from atop your head, let the head rise slowly. With eyes closed, take stock. Where do you feel sensation in your body, and what does it feel like? For me right now, there's an ache along the stretch of my neck, and I feel very floaty and light. You might feel buzzy, you might feel tired, you might feel very alert, and when you're ready, on an inhale, sweep that left hand up, and overhead, we invite that left ear towards the right shoulder. Deep breath into the belly. As you exhale, melt both shoulders from the ears. Really sinking into this stretch all along the right side of the neck, right? This is it right here. Our vagal break starts at the base of the skull, and it runs past your vocal cords and branches out all around your heart. And this bundle of nerves is responsible for how fast your heart beats. And the more it's stimulated like this, the more it slows your heartbeat. And when you hold your breath for a short time and when you exhale, you're also stimulating this nerve. So that's why when you take those big breaths and those long, slow exhales, the whole time you're slowing your heart rate with this bad boy right here. Turning your gaze skyward if you haven't already, getting that just a little deeper of a sensation, stretching the muscles around the eyes as well. Such a beautiful exercise, so simple. We've gotten so used to, especially in westernized society, that movement and care for self has to be big and bold and intense. And we've lost the beauty and the softness, the stillness and the slowness of this healing practice. When you're ready, close your eyes, lift the hand, let the head float. Take it all in. Breathe in relaxation into the body. As you exhale, imagine releasing any residual stress from your being. Once more, inhaling deep, inviting relaxation. Exhale, we release anything keeping us from that. Beautiful. From here, we're going to find a figure four, but we're going to prepare our lower body first with a fold. So we want to make all the space for our belly that we need. If you've got a bigger belly like mine, I heel toe my feet out wide until I can comfortably fit like my belly between my thighs. The smaller your belly, the less you might need this. So from here, from wherever you are, we're going to take a forward fold. And the reason we make space for our belly is we send the belly first, because when we fold without sending the belly, we're going to arch the back, especially this low back here. So to send the belly first, on an inhale, we rise up just like we know through the top of the head. Exhale, send the belly first. Notice there is no curve in my back. As I lower my belly and my heart, your gaze or your neck remains in alignment with your spine. We're lowering the heart on down. Now you might plant your hands atop your thighs to support your body here, taking it nice and slow. You might let the hands come on down towards the floor or dangle if that feels good. Breathing deep into the heart or the belly here. Having warmed up the neck and the shoulders quite a bit, it helps stretch the lower spine and the hips. So we're just warming up these hips here, warming up the low back. When you're ready, let the top of the head hang loose. Whoo, my neck just popped here. Let it hang loose. You might give it a little jiggle. Let the cheek sag towards the floor. Let the tongue flop around in your mouth. We're here to let it all go. On an inhale, press down through the pads of the feet. Use the strength of your legs to help lift you right back up. Wonderful. We're going to do this again, but this time I'm going to have everybody meet me with knees wide, right? Not as wide as they go. This isn't goddess pose, but knees wide. And then from here, planting the palms atop the thighs, fingertips pointed in, we're going to warm up our shoulders. So on an inhale, find length at the top of the head. Exhale, you're going to dip that left shoulder down towards the midline of the body, as much or as little feels good. And as I dip my left shoulder, I'm pressing my left palm into the inside of my thigh and sort of pressing it away. So I'll do this one more time so you can see, dipping the left shoulder down and using my left palm to press that thigh away. That's why our fingertips are inside. Beautiful. Rise up. When you're ready, switch sides. Dip that right shoulder down, press the thigh away. And then you might move with your breath, inhaling to rise, exhaling to dip the shoulder. Beautiful. Warming up not just the hips, but the shoulders, y'all. I love this. If you have an office job, like a desk job, there is so much that we can be doing to move and care for the whole of our body, even while seated. And today's class is chill, right? Other classes, especially these seated classes, will find intensity with warrior flows and all sorts of cool stuff. But today is all about low, slow stress relief. Let's do once more to either side. And then we'll find our figure 4. This time, heel toeing the feet about hip distance apart. If you have a strap nearby, that can be helpful. What we're going to do is we're going to cross our left ankle up over top our right thigh. A strap can be nice just for pulling it up here. And then bracing the ankle here, right? Keeping it easy. I'm going to press the top of my left thigh away just for a little bit. And this is why, again, we're scooted up on the edge of our chair, right? So that we can kind of press this thigh away just for a moment, right? Giving a little massage on the inner thigh. And then here is where we find another stress pressure point. Between the big toe and your pointer toe, I know it doesn't point, but whatever, your second toe, where these meet on the top of your foot is a pressure point. And you might find that between those two bones, a little soft spot of skin, and this is where we're going to press. You might press with your knuckle, you might press with the fingertip, you might use your hand and squeeze the top and the bottom of the foot just to get a really good grip here. But this is a beautiful stress relief. So keeping the squeeze on that toe if it feels good. Know that pressure points, feeling good isn't the same as a massage. Pressure points bring with them like a ooh, but like a right? An ooh. So if you're feeling that, spot on. If you're not, you might press a little harder or a little softer just to find what works for you. From here, keeping that pressure point, let's turn this into a fold, right? This is why we opened up the hips or warmed up the hips. On an inhale, rise up long. Exhale, we're gonna melt the heart. We're gonna pretend the belly is melting forward, right? Pretending that we're finding that flat back. And you're gonna lean the heart center as much forward as you would like, noticing where sensation rises. Now, for me, it's on this outer left hip here that I'm finding intensity. And as you invite the heart center forward and the belly forward, right? We're trying to avoid yet again that curved back by inviting the heart and the belly to dip first, just like in our fold. So hanging out here, breathing into these areas of intensity in the body, imagining that deep breath pouring into that space of intensity. For me, it's that outer hip, and bringing relief. I imagine with each exhale, those muscles softening and releasing, the fascia and the connective tissue making space for me to be here. What we visualize is powerful. When you're ready, press down through the pad of that right foot to lift up. We're going to release that pressure point, and we're going to use our figure 4 as a twist. So right hand comes to left knee, left thigh, left shin. We're going to use it as a brace. On an inhale, find the length through the top of the head. Exhale, you're going to twist open towards the left, planting your left hand on the chair behind you. If you've got the wall, an anchor, anything, it might just be on the chair behind you and you lean back into it. Either way, anchoring that left hand, we're going to turn our gaze over that left shoulder. And when you find yourself here, check in with your heart center, because it's your heart center that wants to turn in the same direction as your gaze. And you might use your anchored palms just to encourage the heart to twist, right? The shoulders and the heart, not just the neck and the head. Beautiful. Take a deep breath into the belly in this twist. Notice how sensation rises, changes, shifts. And then a deep exhale, release, come back to neutral. We're going to twist the opposite direction. So find your strong base. Left hand comes to the pad of this right foot. Right arm swings open towards the right. Gaze and the heart follow. Maybe you find that anchor with your back right hand. Maybe you don't. Either way, hanging out in a twist that feels good and noticing how your breath changes that sensation. Relaxing through the jaw. You might let those shoulders melt if it feels right. Breathe deep into the belly. And on your next exhale, release. Let's switch sides. Crossing that right ankle. See, like not same range of motion on this side. My hips, my back are tight today. And then once you find it, brace the ankle, brace the calf, brace the toes. We're going to gently press the top of this right thigh down towards the earth. And we're tempted to press up towards the knee, but we want to be so kind to this hinge joint. So we're going to take the pad of our hand towards the hip and press down just a little bit. Beautiful. From here, finding that pressure point, getting your squeeze, your pressure on, really digging in there, finding that, ooh, ow. And then let's fold this. On an inhale, rise up. Exhale, heart center and belly fold first. You might just invite that heart center a little further down. I will tell you, allow yourself to be messy, not just on your mat, but in life. Life is messy. We are messy. So as you find these shapes, explore them. Give yourself permission to be messy, to take it as far as you would like, to be as gentle and soft as your body is asking for, to get it wrong, right? That's the messy bit. You got to be willing to get it wrong. When you're ready, pressing, you might release the neck, right? Finding that C shape once more. Relaxing the jaw and the tongue. Noticing if this stretch, the sensations in the body have changed at all by relaxing the neck and the head down. And then press through the pad of that left foot. Use that strength to rise up tall. Let's find our twist. Left hand to right knee, right hand behind you. The first thing that we're going to do is rise up tall and then bring that length into our twist. Gazing over that right shoulder. Breathing into the body, nice and deep. You might lengthen those exhales, stimulating that vagal brake, slowing your heart rate. Releasing stress from the body as you do. And then when you're ready, release. Ooh, the whole thing, right? My whole hip is tight today, y'all. What have we done? What have we done? Opposite side. You're going to take your right hand to the pad of your left foot. Your left hand finds an anchor behind you and invite yourself into this twist. Find the length that makes sense through the top of the head. And then surrender all the way, that heart center, following the gaze, breathing deep into the body as you hang out here. How does a deep inhale feel in the heart and the belly? As you exhale, can you relax the jaw and the tongue? And then on an exhale of your choice, release, come back to neutral. Let's release this leg all together. All right, we're gonna find some side body stretches and then we're about done. We've taken it low and slow. I appreciate y'all hanging out for the low and slow. To warm up the lateral body, let's just drop the right hand down towards the right. Let it hang. You might bend the elbow if there's like a couch here. Let the elbow hang. And then we're just gonna find this side crunch. So we're lengthening through the whole left side of the body as the right side of the body crunches on down towards the floor. Now you might lift that left hand skyward. You might even sweep it up overhead if that feels good. Know that if it's up skyward, we're still getting this huge stretch, lots of strength here. The further you sweep your arm overhead, the more intense this becomes. So to rise up, we're gonna press down to the pad of our right foot. Use that strength to rise and then switch sides. I don't know if you can see Onyx between my legs here underneath the chair. She just snuck into class. All right, sink, crunching the left side, lengthening the right side. You might bring that right arm skyward. If it feels right, sweeping it up overhead. Breathing into the whole right side of the body here. Whether that arm is overhead or directly above, we're still breathing into the whole side of the body. When you're ready, pressing down through that left leg, right? Really strengthening, engaging the whole of the leg, and then using that strength to rise up tall. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. We only have about a minute left. So we're going to take our short final Shavasana by scooting all the way back in our chair. Supporting your spine against something. Maybe you're just laying down in your bed or on your couch. Who cares? Finding an effortless posture. Resting your hands on your laps or letting them swing down by your side. Allow the eyes to close or the gaze to grow fuzzy. You might even allow your chin to tuck gently in towards your chest or to rock back supported by something. On an inhale, fill the belly deep. As you exhale, melt the shoulders, the jaw, the cheeks on your face. Can you bring your awareness back to that third eye center that we found at the beginning of class, that space between your eyebrows? And can you invite ease? You might, on an inhale, imagine inviting the breath in through this third eye center, into the whole of the body to bring relief. Each inhale pouring in through that third eye center, bringing ease and relaxation. You might allow your mind's eye to travel down into your glutes. Can you let the butt cheeks relax, the thighs, your calves? Let that relaxation trickle all the way down through the tips of the toes. The release and the stillness is a beautiful, beautiful gift that we cultivate through the whole of practice. Finding ease in our stillness, not just in the body, but with the mind. So often we're reaching for a cell phone to fill in the gaps, the pauses in the day. We don't want to be alone. We don't want to be unentertained. We just want a little dopamine. And that's okay. I do it too. All the time I find myself. But it's in these still spaces. It's through meeting yourself, the sensations in the body. It's through practicing this work that we do on and off the mat. Where those spaces in the day that we reach for our cell phone feel less necessary. Because it's not scary to be still in our mind and our body. And the more we practice Shavasana, the more we meet ourselves in this place, the less scary it becomes just to be. So we invite ourselves to be here. When you're ready, we'll begin reawakening the body. Maybe a little wiggle in the toes, noticing what textures you can feel with the toes or what temperatures. You might bring that movement up into the ankles and the calves, maybe pointing and flexing the toes as you sit. This alone is a beautiful practice to do while seated. Inviting that movement up into the legs, the fingertips, and the arms. And here's the deal. We've done all of this work with these pressure points, with the breath, with deep awareness to bring ease to the body, to bring calm to the nervous system. And as you reawaken yourself, continue that calm and ease, right? The message to ourselves is that we are not in a rush. We are in charge of our own time, and we will reawaken at a pace that delights us. Not a pace that I say, right? I'm just here to suggest stuff. As you reawaken the body, stretching, moving in different ways that bring delight. And when you're ready, you might bring the palms together at the heart center in Anjali Mudra. On an inhale, you might feel the heart and chest rise to meet those thumbs. As you exhale, maybe you take a gentle bow in the head. As we end our practice, we carry with us these tools to relieve stress. The breath, the pressure points, the stillness. We carry them with us because what we do here in yoga is just practice for real life. So let them sink in. You might practice in intense moments, just finding a little pressure point, taking a moment to pause, take stock, find your yoga, and then move forward. Thank you for practicing with me this morning. The light and the dark in me sees the light and the dark in you, and we are all stressed the F out and trying to figure out what to do. And let me tell you, it's all right. Building community is the first way we get ourselves out of this. So I'm going to take it off focus mode. You're welcome to hang out and chat with me if you would like. You're welcome to skedaddle and finish what you've got going on for the day.